It is the 14th of January 1944, and the Japanese Empire is expanding in the Americas. We are having the mighty Third Army sweeping through Central America and getting ready to take over Panama and the Panama Canal, which will lead us to be able to more or less cut off the Americans from any Pacific operations. But to be fair, we haven't really seen any American fleet in the Pacific anymore either. At the same time, we are preparing a longer front that the Home Defense Force is holding and a strong push through the Central Plains towards the East Coast to take out Washington and take down the continental United States. And that just leaves the far north that we can then sort out. South America is in a panic. A lot of countries are joining factions as they go. And we are still working on getting our dominion completely integrated into the empire. And we are having troops in position to deal with any kind of problems that we might run into with the Axis, because once the Americas are under control, the battle will shift mostly towards the Atlantic and the European and African possessions. So that's where we are. Welcome everybody back to Hearts of Iron 4. And it's my list of armies is starting to get a little large here, if you can notice that. And also we appear to have some supply problems. So let's see why that is. Yes, that would be because the 8th is not set up to automatically switch to trucks. Let me double check that all the other armies are correctly set up. That would be a... oh, I can do this on the army group level as well. Nice. Okay, so let's just get that done on the army group level then. And that should sort that for all the armies below. Yes. So please, everybody, we've got trucks. Use them if we need them. Talking about which, we are starting to run out of trains. And that is not something I'm particularly happy about. We've got almost 20,000 trucks in the stockpile, but we are going to need some more trains. So I am going to start throwing some military factory into train production. And yeah, we've got more trucks than what we know what to do with. We've got some tank divisions now. So we're going to get these tank divisions into a new army once again. And we're just going to have them switched to the more modern division that is using the mechanized troops, and then have them trained up. We're going to give them already. This is going to be the where are we now? This is going to be the 12th Army. 12th Army, and we're already going to give them a general. Yeah. Ideally somebody with a bit of attack, but we don't really have an awful lot of those anymore. But we'll get him. And I am already going to start sending the 12th. I'm going to have to give them another color. Let's see if we can do some form of gray, maybe. That would be black. There we go. Okay. And we're going to get these already sent over to the front in the Soviet Union, I believe. So let's get them onto a fallback line here. And we'll get some more divisions to make that all happen. The other thing that I was thinking, I'm not sure if I need to construct more fuel silos, but I will, because I have nothing else to construct really at this point. So we'll be constructing some fuel silos just to make sure that we do not run into any kind of problems. Other than that, what else did we need to build? Do we need to build up our radar stations? Yes, we do. So we will increase the radar coverage across these lines here. And just making sure that we have that sufficiently built up. We're also going to need that here, and here, and here. All right, because these are going to be the contact points, so it's important that we'll have that all sorted. Okay, how's our mission going? It is in progress, and on the 10th of May it's going to be completed. But let's see how long the United States are going to last. I am going to throw another encryption in here just to make it a little harder for anyone who's trying to decrypt us. Has that sorted out our supply problems? Let's observe. Yes, it has. Okay, so we're getting still the troops in position here, but we will keep pushing south. And I am not sure what these guys are waiting for. Oh, because we no longer have the front line. Let's get that sorted quickly. We will take the Panama Canal of the Americans. So please move. Please move. Never mind. I'll do it by hand then. It's not an awful lot. It's not particularly difficult. So we'll make that happen. We are already justifying. Yes, we are already justifying against Colombia. In 3 days we should be done there. Our Air Force is going to need to catch up. Are we going to have airports here? Hopefully. But we'll leave it there for now. We do have a decent amount of planes. We've got 8 fighter wings stationed in, and currently duking it out with actually a superior number of American fighters. So maybe we'll concede that for now because we're not pushing yet. But we are going to need more fighters in the area. We're going to need more. We're going to need a bigger airport here. So let's just build up this airbase and make sure we have that, and we can actually also does it make sense to build up a radar station here? Probably not, because we're going to be starting to push ahead, but it will help us with it's fine. So we're definitely going to need more fighters, and I think we can still get 2 wings. We can still get 2 fighter wings up. Yeah, 1 and 2. That fighter wing needs to go up to 100. Okay, and these 2 need to exercise. All right, there we go. So then we will be fighting over the southwest regions. Having air cover is going to be essential, but being able to take, we'll also be able to take their airbase relatively easily. Maybe we will build a radar station here. I mean, why not? Build me a radar station here. That needs to go up top again. Should not take too long. So let's get that done. Peru, no, we're very much aggressive. We're not non-aggressive. So, what else was I looking for? We are still building 2 tank divisions. I'm going to build a couple more. Okay, that'll do. And I will need a couple more infantry divisions as well, because so that's 2 plus the 6 makes 8. So we're going to need. I want another tank force here. So we're going to need. Let's make it 12 infantry, and no, we're going to add 2 more tank divisions. That is going to keep our production busy for a little bit, but that is for future use. So trains are actually we're running a little low on because of the sheer amount of supply that we're using at this point. That was a thing I wanted to check. How much supply are we using? Does it make sense to add a logistics company to these? That would slightly decrease their supply use. That might not be a terrible idea, at least to the aggressive divisions, because they are a bit heavier on the artillery. So we'll add a logistics company to these. I know. I could have just copied that, and I can't be bothered, to be honest. It's fine. They will eventually. We should have enough support equipment. Yeah, we've got support equipment for miles, so that's not an issue. Okay, we're just punching through the Panama Canal, and that justification is finished. So we can already justify on Venezuela. Hang on, are these guys in the axis? I need to be careful. Yes. So these are Venezuela. We cannot justify against Venezuela as in the axis. Can we justify against Brazil? Yes, we can. So justify against Brazil. Okay, done. And we keep pushing. We are going to need these mountain troops. So how long is that going to take until they are ready to be deployed? And February 11. I think I'm just going to deploy them instantly. We are going to assign them to their respective army, and then we're going to get the we're going to start moving the 7th down south. So we're going to get this the whole 7th already. We're going to give them a fallback line here for now, but I want all the divisions south, and they can exercise when they get there, because I'm going to need them. So pushing through. Oh, Navy, we need to check. Yeah, we've got plenty of ships that we need to work with. So everything that needs to train goes into training. These are just escorts. They can, they can go there. And these guys need to go training as well. That is the Unio. Has she got her air wing trained? No. So we can get this air wing. To go training. Okay. How about the other carriers? Have their air wings trained up by now? So we did have we have Zuikaku, who's currently repairing. I think her air wing was done training, and we've got Yamato, who is currently being refitted. I hope, if that didn't cancel again. And that is still going to take until April, but she's almost done refitting, and then we will start building up new naval strike forces once this is all done. Okay, we actually are encountering the fall of the Panama Canal, a monumental blow to the American war effort. We have landed in Panama and taken control of the canal, forcing the surrender of the garrison. So some people escaped into the jungle, but with the fall of the canal, they now have to go around South America to reach the west coast, giving us a significant strategic advantage. And yes, we will keep pushing, and we have now control over the Panama Canal, which means that we can start sending. We don't need the Pacific Fleet anymore, I believe. Oh, I had a problem down south here, didn't I? There was something here that I needed to do. Yes, I cannot get here because I don't have sufficient naval supremacy. Carrier Group 2, can you spare a couple of the... Where were they? I had a couple of long-range cruisers, didn't I? Were they Akatsuki, Fubuki? I've got the Akis, more Fubukis. I've got plenty of destroyers. The Aganos. Where are the other Aganos? Are they all in Yamamoto's group? Where are my Agano class light cruisers? I had some of them. Where did I put them? I have misplaced some of my light cruisers. This is all just because these things were the only things that had the range to get there. I mean, there's nobody there, so a single one is probably enough. But I should have a whole bunch of them. Where are the other ones gone? That is confusing. Are they? Kagi, Fuso. This is still the older group from Yamamoto, right? Yeah, I don't see the... Have they been sunk and I didn't notice at some point? That would be a bit of an issue. I needed those. Those were useful. I really don't know where they went. I'm sure I did have a group that was escorting the initial. I thought I joined them back up with Osawa's group, but that does not seem to have been the case. Or am I missing something? These are all the heavies, and these are all just destroyers. Yeah, I really don't know where they went. Okay, maybe they were sunk at some point and I didn't notice, but I would be very surprised. I'm not even building these anymore because I thought I had so many of them. Okay, light cruisers. Can we create a variant of that? Does that make sense? Yes, we can give you better torpedo launchers. And we don't have better cruiser armor yet. That's something we need to do at some point, but I think the rest is all up to scratch pretty much. Light cruiser battery 3, yeah. So this is all good. So this is the Agano. Was it Agano? Check my notes. Yes, that's the Agano 2 class. And save that. So produce me more of these. I am confused. We'll sacrifice one of the we've got 2 lines going of the Akis, but that's because I want to start replacing all these destroyers. We'll sacrifice one of the Kaidai 5 lines here for now, and just start building these. Okay, I'm really confused. I thought I was really certain I had these. 26 light cruisers in total. Does it tell me where they are? No. Did we lose them? Now I'm really confused. We didn't lose any cruisers. We've lost a bunch of submarines, but that's about it. No, we haven't lost them, and I must have misplaced them somewhere. Where are they? Did I put them by accident into the wrong group somewhere? Did I join them with the wrong force? Okay, give me a second here. Just looking through these groups and seeing if there's any. No. So we've got one, Agano herself, but this is all Akatsuki, Fubuki, Akatsuki, more Fubukis, more Akatsukis, and a couple of Akis. This is just a bunch of really early holes. This is all training, so they're not here. This is all new stuff. These are submarines, I'm relatively certain. Yes, these are all submarine groups that are operating. And this is Yamamoto. Kagi Soyu, Alba Miyoko. Yeah, I have no idea what happened, where I put those. I might have to review some older footage to see if I can find where they went. But yeah, I don't know where they went. I'm sure I had like 5 or 6 of these things, and either they didn't seem to be gotten sunk, but for some reason they're gone. All right, not sure why, but we'll figure it out anyway. Why was I even concerned about that? Oh yes, because I needed to do that naval invasion in the south there. Okay. In that case, can we, Osawa? Can you spare... I mean, the Pacific is safe, right? There's nobody operating in the Pacific anymore. Yeah, it's just us. Can you spare Agano? And can you send her on in this area? And then that might be sufficient for... do we have... Yes, that gives us naval supremacy because there's nobody else. So then we can execute this naval invasion there, and that sorts that out. Okay, cool. So that's happening. And meanwhile, we are pushing. I was going to check another thing. Do we have any more? Do we have any more? No, we're slow and mechanized, so we'll leave things as they are. But I was thinking of changing these over. Let me see. Because these are just defensive troops, so they have support artillery AA. Because I need them to keep up with the tanks. So I might change these into, give them logistics and AA. Do we have? Yeah, we don't have many of these, so I can just change that. But can I change? If I'm going to look at the, which one is it? No, it wasn't the 10th. If I'm going to look at the 8th, can I change some of these divisions, specifically those here, into motorized divisions? So that would, I've got 8,000 trucks available. Yes, I can do that. So that works. How about these 5? Can I change these? I've still got, yeah, that should be sufficient. Yeah. Okay, so we've got some more motorized divisions that are faster in keeping up with the tanks, because I want to start that push and I want to make sure that the that's happening in a safe manner. But first we also need to concentrate some air here. So we're going to get everybody, making sure that everybody is exercising who needs to exercise. Were we constructing a bigger airbase here? Yes, I believe we are. Okay, so we'll need to wait until that airbase is completed, and then we can start challenging them in that air region and deal with things. Okay. Meanwhile, we are pushing through. Through Panama. Panama has capitulated. That is good, and we are going to put up the next target, which is going to be a little bit larger, and that's where I would like these troops to be in place. But okay, Tanaka has fallen ill. That is unfortunate, but such is reality. Okay, how big of an airbase do we have in Panama? That's a level 5 airbase, so we can send these planes south. And what is that? 500, 800. So we can send. Oh, we've got more air bases here. So we've got plenty of air bases here. Okay, so let's get the planes going south. And get the troops ready, and we need to get these guys to area defense Central America, because we are conquering bits, and bits need to be defended. Okay, so that's happening. And we will actually at this point probably start redirecting. Yes, we can. Okay, we haven't taken care of the U.S. West Coast yet. I am reluctant to get Carrier Group 2 Carrier Group 2 Carrier Group 2 needs to repair as well. Let's get Carrier Group 2 repaired, and then we haven't really seen anything of the U.S. Navy on that coast, and it might take them a while to get here. So we can go through the canal. We can get them into the Atlantic and to the Mexican Gulf, but let's get him to repair first. So that's happening. Okay, we've got the air set up, troops in position. So we're going to declare war here. And we are already working on the justification against Brazil, and for that we will need to have our special forces in. Colombia has joined the Allies. It's not going to help them. Third Army, go. And Air Force needs to focus on this area now. And yeah, that's happening. We do have some. Ideally, I like training my Air Force up. This is probably war propaganda. Yeah, I don't care about war propaganda. Really, don't show me that. I don't generally send untrained pilots into battle. I prefer not to. But okay, we've got better artillery. Yeah, we were a little bit behind here, honestly. Let's complete that. and we now need to change. We now need to start producing it as well, and we will switch that to the 150mm advanced artillery. There's a lot of upgrading to do, so our factories can keep themselves quite busy. I think we are cutting through. We're cutting through this like a hot knife through butter. The thing that concerns me is supply, obviously, and we are still waiting for the special forces to arrive, because this area going south is mountainous, and I do want the special forces in the region to make that happen. Do we have a closer air base? Yeah, we have complete air superiority here over this, I believe. Yes, we do. Okay, how does our disposition look like in the north here? No, you don't get to join. You don't get to join, and you don't get to join either. We are garrisoning quite a little bit, but we've still got a very respectable amount of manpower, and I believe we can. I believe we can start the war against the Americans. The Third Army can entertain itself down south. We do need to wait though for the construction of this airbase to be finished, and I think we are close. We're getting close there. So let's see if we can redirect. These air wings need some replenishment. These two are exercising good. But we can start, how many? We've got 2 more. We can send 2 more fighter wings down here, and make sure that we are getting ready to take them on. We're still fighting around the Cape here, honestly, but it's mostly convoy raiding, I believe. And we at some point Yamamoto is going to, make himself useful again, but. Right now, he's on standby. We will probably get Osawa to control the North Atlantic and Yamamoto to control the South Atlantic. But we also still have to deal with Africa, so lots of things happening there. Okay, we wait until the air bases are finished, and then we can launch the assault against the Americas. Yeah, we're catching up on mechanized, but we're producing a crazy amount of anti-tank guns, actually. I'm not going to change that, because I honestly have enough things as they are, but what I can do is I can use them to, not in the naval view, I can use them to reduce the independence. Okay, we're still sending them things, so let's additionally send them. What do we have a lot of? We've got a crazy amount of AA, so let's send them like. How much do we have? 3,000. It's a bit much, so let's not send them all, but let's send them like 1,500 units. Okay, and how much more do they need? So let's see. Manage subjects. It's not an awful lot anymore, so I think we'll just wait for the Lend-Lease to go through, and then we'll see how much that goes down. It's not an awful lot anymore, and then we will annex and clean that up. In the meantime, the third is running through Colombia, relatively unhindered, to be honest. There doesn't seem to be an awful lot that's going on, so we can already pull the. Can already pull the 7th forward and give them a. Where were they? Here. 7th. Give them a fallback line here in the south. Yeah, they can move there, and then they can be useful. We are going to start planning naval invasions. Once Osawa is finished. I mean, I can plan it already, I guess. So we've got 8 naval divisions of the 4th. Okay, that's finished. We've got 8 naval divisions of the 4th. Stage an invasion from here to Havana, and get 8 divisions. No, I would like 4th Army, all the naval divisions assigned to this order. Why can I not assign them to this order? Maybe because they are on the front line? Okay. 7, 8, assign to this order. There we go, 8 divisions. So we're gonna invade Cuba, and let's justify that already. Conquer Cuba, and then we'll just need to send Osawa over once he's completed his repairs. Okay, air. We have more space, so we can send 2 more fighter wings over. Have we? Okay, the Hayate is 25 days away, but we will start producing that. Unfortunately, that doesn't mix with the oh, you know what I can do? Sorry, just I'll finish that thought in a second. I can, because honestly, Yamamoto hasn't been doing anything for a long time. I can just have him exercise to produce some naval experience. So there's not an awful lot going on anyway. Okay. Colombia has capitulated, which means we are now probably completely out of supply. Yes, there's no supply down here, down south. So invading Brazil is going to actually get quite interesting. How are we going to handle that? Because there is bugger all. This is all jungle. We are going to be fighting out of supply completely. Well, I mean, there's nothing for it really, but let's. We could construct a supply hub, I guess, and wire that up, but yeah, fighting in South America is not going to be pretty, I think. But the Brazilians are not going to have supply either, so. Let's see. We'll attempt to construct a supply hub deep in the jungle, and well, that's gonna just take too long. Yeah, that's never gonna be finished. Okay, we'll do it anyway, but we're not waiting for that to complete to start our attack. This is just in case we need it. No, give me a railroad from here. Can you not go straight south? No, we cannot, apparently. Get me a railroad here. Okay, so these 2 need to go top. And then we will already start. So let's get a front line going here. 24 divisions. And your target is the coastline. Okay. Yeah, a bit late. Colombia's gone. Who are we currently justifying? Cuba, I believe. We have a war goal that we can already declare war against Brazil. Now let's get the troops into position first. I mean, they're not going to have supply, so we may as well just declare war. Okay. Brazil has joined the Allies. And we will immediately start Third Army operations are go. So troops move. We're going to get the 7th into position. They actually can now have a front line. And we're going to get them into position here. So that's 17 divisions of the 7th, and they can take out that. All right. Are we justifying against Ecuador? I think we are. No, but I think we are already. Yeah, it would take a while, so let's not. Another decision. Another. It's probably once again war propaganda. Yes, it is. I'm not interested. We've got 2 more tank divisions. They can go into the newly created here, and that's that. Okay. Has the Lend-Lease arrived? Are they still... Can we actually get... No, 160 still. We'll wait a little bit. I think the Lend-Lease is going to take a while to get there. Have these guys moved? Why are they not moving? I thought I sorted that out. Go. Yes, now they're going. Okay, cool. So we will also we will be fighting the Axis in South America. That is interesting. We have exiled divisions. Where? What's happening here? Why are... What? Hang on. Are we at war with... What is going on here? Why are the... What? Who is this? Wait, what? This is Italy. Why are the Italians attacking us? Are the Italians attacking us? Are we at war with Italy? What happened? Did I miss something? Iran, Iraq? No, Italy is on our side. Why is Italy invading our possessions of Turkey? Okay, this is... I'm not happy about this, but I mean, they can have it. I don't care at this point, but what I do care about is that they're pushing my divisions out of here. Okay, hang on. So I would like... Let's delete that front line. Let's delete those front lines. So that here is Bulgaria, and that is Italy. All right. I'm not sure what's going on here. But why are these guys invading my territory? Second Army, I am going to give you a... Okay, we're going to draw a fallback line for the Second Army. That I am going to get you to hold there. 24 divisions fallback line. So move all these divisions over there. And then yeah, I'm not sure what's going on here. Why are they moving into my territory? I am controlling that. So let's get the divisions retreated. So I'm not certain what the Italians are doing here. And let's get everybody positioned on that fallback line. Okay. All right. So Cuba is finished. And we are moving into Brazil slowly because we're in the jungle and nothing moves fast in the jungle. Okay. How is Osawa doing? Chisaburo is still repairing. Yeah, he's still repairing. Well, we might as well declare war in Cuba. So not a big thing. We can't start a naval invasion yet because we don't have naval supremacy here, because there is a fair number of ships operating. That's why I want Osawa to be ready, and then we will sort that out when we get there. Meanwhile, that's another escort. We've got a lot of things that need to go training. And we have, that's Yamato, that is Yunyo. So how is the air training coming along? That's probably good enough. So let's get that ship trained up as well. And how is the training on Zuikaku coming along? That looks pretty okay, but we'll let her finish and do that. Okay. How is my construction of the airbase? I think we are complete. So let's get all the fighters. Actually, we're going to need some ground support as well here. We have... How much? What do we have here right now? We've got 1,400 fighters, but we can bring... how much more space do we have on the airbase? We've got space for 3 wings. So let's bring some from the home islands. That's naval bombers. Do we have... Yes, we've got 3 tactical bomber wings that we can bring over. I'm going to need some more, I think, but for now that's what we're going to work with. So these are going over here. No. Where was my airbase? Here. That's where they're going. Okay. Cuba's joined the Allies, that's fine. And we can start justifying on... Ecuador. Yeah, that's better. So, yeah, I really don't know what the Italians have been messing here, but somehow they ended up grabbing a lot of land from me, which I am not particularly happy about, because this is... why does it say that this is controlled by Bulgaria? This is controlled by me. That is controlled by me, but for some reason these are controlled by Bulgaria. Maybe that's weird. Maybe these ended up under there. This is all controlled by me, actually. Okay, we'll sort that out later. But there's something weird happening here in there. We'll sort that out later. How are my spies doing? They're still preparing the collaboration government in the US. And how is my army doing? They're still moving into position. Okay, so do we have sufficient air? Actually, we have enemy planes in the air over the Sierra Madre. So let's make sure that that doesn't happen. Okay, and we will shoot those down relatively quickly. Yeah, they've retreated because yeah, you're not taking out that many zeros. How far along is our Hayate is almost done because we're full on air experience. So I want to upgrade that as far as I possibly can, and then we will move on. Okay, so we're just waiting for the tactical bombers to arrive from Japan. And then what we can actually do is we've got some air bases here that aren't useful. That's a level 1 airbase, that's a level 5 airbase. We can put some naval bombers up. So let's make that happen. And 3 and 4 and 5 and get these already trained up. They can start giving air support in the Caribbean. There are a lot of planes in the air, but we have an air force as well. Do we actually have a closer airport where we can pull these? Yes, we have. So we're going to get these moving south, and then they will be assigned to that region, such that we have green air. We are going to need an airport. Warrior Spirit's complete. The tactical bombers have range, so that is not an issue at all. Okay, what else can we do? I was going to research some rocket planes at some point. What does this do? Focus currently has no effect. Yeah, I don't need to do that then. I could do bicycle infantry. Honestly, not sure I need it. We could torpedo cruisers. Don't really need those either. It's just the cruiser design, I believe. Oh, let's do the bicycle battalions just in case. All right. Infantry is on the move into Brazil, and the 7th is still moving into position. All right. So here comes the big day. Are we ready to attack continental United States? I believe we are. How many divisions have they left? We don't have the greatest army intelligence, but they still have probably over 1 million men under arms. So we're still not complete on trains, honestly. We will be I think we will be able to cut them off here. So let's begin. Air Force. Oh no, hang on. I was waiting for the... No, stop. I'm still waiting for the tactical bombers to arrive. Sorry, too early, too eager. Okay. Meanwhile, has this happened? This hasn't. This is happening. Okay, so that's happening. Good. Once they're there, then that's done. And I think there's still the Galapagos, but we can sort that out from Central America. That should not be an issue. We have massive supply problems, and unsurprisingly in Brazil. But we will see how the Third Army is going to conduct itself. One thing that I wanted to check that I haven't checked in a while is if any of my admirals has anything that I want. Osawa. No, I don't want you to have to retreat. Koga is, what is he currently? What's he currently running? Okay, I should do this the other way around. He's running the scout fleet. Okay. Concealment expert might be good for him. So let's get that. And he can, well, scout submarines are not laying smoke screens, so there's really no point in doing that. And I think that was it, because that's Daigo, that's Koga, and then we need to look at the other theater. Where's the rest of them? Osawa does not have any more traits that I want, and I think Yamamoto, yeah, same thing. Okay, we'll leave as is, and maybe something pops up. No, Venezuela, we're not doing non-aggression here. We are being very much aggression. Okay, finally we're starting to see these troops, but we have to wait for the rest of them to arrive. Galapagos Island, justification finished. That's Ecuador. Oh, that was just Ecuador. Right. I was like, what? Right, yes. Oh, I thought this was British held. This isn't actually British held. This is held by Ecuador. So we are still waiting for the troops to be in place here. But I want the special forces. Okay, these guys can just do some exercises. And yeah, we are invading Brazil. We'll just let them run. And we are just waiting for the Air Force to arrive. Okay, Air Force has arrived. Perfect. So you are going to do ground support, and we're going to orient everything over the southwestern states, and we are going to lower down to 2-speed, and we're going to start pushing. So the tanks will rush ahead and break through their lines, pretty literally. So we'll get the tank divisions. We need to check those supply lines. We're going to get these 3 tank divisions to what is this here? Their target is going to be Dallas, so we're going to send them to Dallas. We're going to have 1 tank division pushing to to San Antonio, and we're going to have 1 tank division pushing this port here. That is what is that? Can't tell. That is, well, it's something in Texas. And then they will push forward towards Houston, and the rest is just going to tag along pretty much and assist with the assaults, really. We're going to get the infantry to, yeah, they are entrenched, and we are going across the river, so we're going to have the other troops helping out pretty much. And I do have, what is this here? The 11th. I've got the 11th here, so I may as well give them. Oh, they have an offensive order. Yes, the 11th was supposed to be pushing, so we're going to get the 11th to execute their plan. While our tank divisions, the tank divisions is what I want to control here. So we're going to we'll see how much we can cut off and how far we can race here. But we do need to consolidate our supply. That is going to be essential to make sure. Oh, and the Hayate is finished. Yes, nice. Okay. We need to research jet engines, so we can. Didn't I have a jet prototypes? 100% research bonus for jet technology. Where's my research bonus? It's not here. Okay, we're gonna start this research, and we are going to start producing new fighters. But first, we're going to spend all our air XP to get these guys better. So let's see how much we can do here. We want to keep the reliability up, so give them better engines, then better weapons. And we need to put reliability up again. And we could do another one on range. How much can we put? Oh, we can put 5 on range. Well, we can only put 5 on reliability. Okay, so we are at max with reliability. So we're just going to put anything that does not drop reliability down. And that, I think, is going to be as far as we can push it. So save that. Decommission that. And we've got the Hayate A, and they are going to be our new frontline fighters. So we're going to wind down the 0 production. And we're just going to wind them down to 5, and this is where it's going to go. So we're going to get 2 of tactical bombers, and we will start building this up and building up a new fighter force here. All right. We're not yet going to declare on Ecuador because I'm waiting for my special forces to get in place. But we are going to mind the American war, and I think I am going to get a 1 tank division. Yeah, I'm going to send 1 tank division up north here. I would really appreciate if these guys were following our salient here and make sure that they are not getting cut off. But yeah, the American troops are melting here pretty much. Where was the other tank division that I had going? Oh, there they are. Okay, so they're pushing towards San Antonio. We've got the medium tanks racing towards Dallas. How's the air war going? They've got 800 fighters in the air. We've got 1,300 fighters in the air. So yeah, we are inflicting losses on them, and we've got radar coverage here as well. So I think they are not going to stand much of a chance to make this happen. We just need to make sure we're consolidating our supply lines here. So tank divisions are pushing towards Dallas, and there's no resistance. I think the American troops are not home. So we might be able to. We're going to shorten the front line here of the. Hang on. No. Edit the front line. That front line. I want that shorter, please. Can I not make that shorter? I would like that front line to be. There we go. I would that front line to be focusing around this area only. And I'm also going to change the front lines here and get these split effectively. There we go. Okay. All right. So tank divisions are racing through the central plains, and there's absolutely nothing that the Americans can do about this. We are about to take Dallas, and we need to make sure that the infantry is catching up. Actually, the front lines are still not looking like I want them to be. I want this front line to be covering only this area, and that front line to cover the rest of it. Yeah, okay. Yeah, we're about to take Dallas, and then we need to make sure that we're connecting the we're actually connecting the supply lines. So we'll get another tank division racing towards Austin, and these 2 tank divisions are also racing towards Austin. Yeah. Yeah, there's surprisingly little resistance. The Americans have brought more fighters, and but we are shooting them down faster than. Let's see. We are still training. We're about equal on losses here, but all our divisions are equipped with sufficient amounts of AA, such that we can. Such that we can make sure that we are, that we shoot down anything that would challenge us. And yes, we do have the tactical bombers in the air as well. We actually have more airports. Unfortunately, that is very damaged, and I think that's it in terms of airports. So we are about to outrace our fighter cover. And once again, the front lines don't look like I want them to be. So let's fix that again. I want that front line to be only covering this. Okay. So we're finding some resistance in Houston. There's the 77th Liberty Division, but I think with even though it's a river crossing, our tanks are going to be absolutely wiping them out. Let's make sure that we're not outrunning our supply. We need to secure Dallas and Houston, and that's how far we're going to push for now. And we also have to get San Antonio connected and everything else. So we're actually starting to have supply lines through here. That's an important point, because we need to make sure that our third fleet is covering these areas. Yeah. Okay. We do want convoy escorts happening. How's the war going in Brazil? It's moving. We've got still more divisions. Quick check if how the independence is going here. 86 more. What else can I send you? We're still waiting for some stuff to arrive. Can we send you some more stuff? Do I have some planes I don't need anymore? I've got a bunch of these. I got a bunch of these. I don't need those. Send them all those. We've got a bunch of these. They can have, I don't know, like 200 of them. And that should actually do the trick. And then we just need to expend the political power to reduce their autonomy. Okay. But back to the war in the United States. So we are consolidating the lines here right now, and I think we need to push. We need to connect this railway network. Okay, yes, we have taken Houston, and the air war is going in our favor still. We're still pretty equal on losses and fighters. Our fighters are better than the Americans in all regards. So yes, we should be trading favorably here. Unfortunately, there are no forward airports. There's one, but that's still way out. So we will consolidate here for now, and wait until the supply lines are connected before we continue our push. We've taken this port, which is always a good quick way to make sure things work out supply wise. It's still going to take until May until the collaboration government is complete, and that'll improve things a little bit. Until then, after this first push, this first push has been extremely easy. The Americans have shown minimal resistance, and I'm actually going to give the Home Defense Force an offensive line north here, and see maybe once they're sufficiently weakened, we can start pushing forward. Yeah, I don't want to outrun our supply, although we are supplied in Texas, so we may as well start pushing towards the next hubs and make sure that we're capturing their positions. So tank divisions, what is this here? Louisiana. So tank divisions here, and then we'll split off and we'll send one there, and we'll send the other one to New Orleans. Okay. So we'll just get that little push. Be quiet, you. We do have a war goal. Oh, that was against Ecuador. I just have to make sure that I don't. It's still good until April. Yeah. Where are the 7th Army troops? Oh, they're almost there. Okay, cool. So they're almost in position, and we can already declare war on them. Honestly, we'll just stop the exercises. So make sure they are properly entrenched, and then we can already declare war of them and wait until the rest of the divisions shows up. War in Brazil is going badly because we have no supply, which is really unsurprising. But we'll see. We'll see if the third can hold its own. I'm really not too concerned about that. Okay, we're going to expand the front lines a little bit here around Houston, and I'm actually tempted to try and cut them off a little bit with the tanks. Make a breakthrough. Yeah, let's do that. We're going to get this tank division to do a quick encirclement maneuver and see if we can encircle some of their troops, because they have they have big problems. The American troops are no match for our Japanese army at this point, especially with the air support that we're having, because Patton here has to fight, and you can see how powerful our tank divisions are. There's absolutely nothing the American forces on the ground. They are powerful, but there's not an awful lot that they can do against our mechanized infantry. So let's see if we can can't get a little bit of an encirclement going here and literally just drive through. We still haven't connected the supply points, so we do have to wait for that to happen. We do not want to exhaust our supply. This is just a quick diversion, and we're going to widen that a little bit just to make sure we're not getting cut off. But yeah, there is resistance, but the tanks are unstoppable. They are the American troops don't have a chance to even get through the armor, and they have nothing to resist us with here. They would have to have significant forces in the air to make this happen. So let's start already pushing them down south. But I think we're going to be getting these 3 divisions encircled, and we're attacking across a river, which isn't ideal. But I think even though we are attacking across a river, there's very little that they're going to be able to do about it. Improved anti-air upgrade is done. I'm just going to finish up the text here. So let's go for that. And we can just connect already here to New Orleans. There's no resistance. This supply hub is a bit strained, but I think it is connected by now, so I think we can start moving forward again. And we should also, I believe I did tell which army is this? The 11th to make their way, where are they? The 11th, yeah, to make their way across. So if they wouldn't mind, otherwise I'm just going to do it myself. So this encirclement is happening. We're still pushing them. Tanks are pushing towards New Orleans. We are starting to fight in an area where we don't have aerial superiority. The problem is we don't have an airport. So, we do actually have an airport here. How big is that? Can we start moving some fighters over? Because, well, the tanks have the range. Yes, we can. So let's move. Let's move a couple of fighter wings over to Louisiana, and a couple more fighter wings to Louisiana. Okay. So we're moving air forward. The tactical bombers have the tactical bomber wings should have the range. What is your range? Yeah, they should have the range to cover that still. Not over there though. So we might need to pull some of these forward as well. But for now, we are hitting some resistance here because we are running relatively low on supply. So maybe we can just cut them off here. Yeah, that will do. And then we can push the troops through here. Okay, and another division over north. We do have to make sure that we get our supply hubs connected. We haven't taken New Orleans. Let's take New Orleans and make sure that gets connected. And we do want the supply lines here, so that's another supply hub that we need to connect. Okay. And we've got tank division here that doesn't have anything to do, so get them to push. Alright. Yeah, the 11th doesn't seem to be particularly motivated, so maybe I need to motivate them. Please be aggressive and execute your battle plans. Thank you. I'm sure you can handle this. How's the war in Brazil going? It's a slog. But, oh, they actually have American division. I think this is the problem that the Americans are having. They have too many divisions in there. Too many divisions abroad that they are actually struggling to... Okay, this isn't happening, so let's not do that. Just connect New Orleans and then consolidate the supply lines. And we can attack from the north here. Okay. Let's push them out here, get that connected. And do we have another tank division somewhere? Yes, we are pushing here already. So let's make sure that all gets cleaned up. This tank division is connecting, and I think that is all happening. Yes. And yeah, even though our tanks are relatively low supply and doing things like river crossings, the Americans just don't have anything to resist us, to be honest. So assist with the attack here on New Orleans just to make that happen. And then we will probably start consolidating again just until our supply lines are connected here. We have managed to wipe out these divisions here, so they're encircled. Not an awful lot that the Americans are going to have to do with this. Meanwhile, how is Osawa doing? He is almost done repairing. Yeah, he's getting there. Yeah, they don't have enough divisions at home anymore in the home countries. They knew we were coming, but they're trying to defend all their possessions, and they're trying to assist their allies. And they have too many troops operating in South America, for example. How many divisions are there? How many American divisions? Yeah, 3 American divisions. These would have been useful at home, don't you think? But once again, let's make sure we are consolidating our supply lines. Push against New Orleans. New Orleans is putting up some resistance. The 7th Infantry Division. Oh, that division actually has a reasonable amount of firepower and seems to be able to hold out against our tanks. So this is the first serious resistance we're actually encountering. But I do want New Orleans. Logistics finished. That's another research going. Can we do another one? No, that's still ahead of time. So let's get recon finished. And give me 2 more divisions to assist with this attack here. Yeah, this is the first sort of resistance that we're starting to see, of where the Americans are actually able to fight back a little bit. So let's see how well that goes for them. We will make sure we are across the river here and get the tank division across as well. And once we have connected the supply hubs and consolidated, yeah, the attack on New Orleans might need a bit of assistance. So once we are through here, tank division is pushing as well. Then we can get the supply lines connected, New Orleans, the port in New Orleans, and then we will be good to go. Meanwhile, the 11th is pushing to the north towards the line that we have given them. We might actually give them a second offensive line. No, not this one. Delete that. I wanted the 11th to have another offensive line, because we may as well, once they're done there, get them to push here. Yeah. Okay, cool. So back to where we were. We've got some American troops cut off here. Tanks assist with that. Assist with that one. Make sure we're pushing these divisions out there. Yeah, they are powerful divisions, but look at my tank divisions. Look at how mighty they are. There is really not an awful lot that the Americans have to do about that, except New Orleans. New Orleans is faltering still. Let's get more tanks in the fray. Another tank division, but then we need to regroup and restore our reconnect our supply lines and get our air force over as well. That's the next thing. How's that airport? That airport is good. We have we've got 1,000 fighter in the air against 2,000 enemy fighters. But what I need is the tactical wings. So the problem is we don't have any airports in the north. And the next airbase to capture is in Oklahoma. So that's still a little ways off. I might just... I don't think I need one. It's fine. We've got air superiority. We're just not doing an awful lot of damage from the air. That's the thing. So yeah, once New Orleans falls, then we'll stop here first and get the supply lines reconnected. Okay, because that's all. Yeah, that's a port. So right now let's get everybody resupplied, refueled, and make sure that everybody is ready for the next push. And then we will keep rolling up the planes. Let's have a quick look. Did we already declare war? No, we didn't. Declare war. Okay, we declared war on Ecuador. Ecuador joins the Allies, but I am starting to get the troops rolling in. So we'll see if they have anything to do here. I do have a bunch of fighters that can operate. I mean, I'm operating over the right area, more or less. And the tactical bomber wings have some range to cover us here in the Amazon region, which is probably the only reason we're making any progress through the jungle, to be honest. Because this is hard going. But it's fine. I trust the third to be capable enough to sort these sort of things out. Okay, how's the supply situation here? There's the decision again. That's another war propaganda. Don't need that. And that's it. Yeah, that's it. It's gone. How's when was our mission complete? May. So it's going to be a month, and then our secret. We have been in contact with the American underground, who is unhappy with the current way the government is operating. So. We will be getting some assistance. Okay, it looks like all the supply lines are connected. So let's give me a tank division, and we will start. Where are the other tanks? I've got 2 tank division up north here. This is still connecting. Where's the next supply hub? So we've got a supply base here in Oklahoma. So let's capture that. Okay, and that'll connect it railway-wise as well. And we will begin. We probably want to be on the other side of the river. We will begin a push towards Arkansas. So we get that tank division and that motorized division to push towards Arkansas. And that tank division can assist along the supply line there, while from the tanks from New Orleans are going to keep pushing along the coast really here. So we're going to get these 4 divisions, this one included, to push along to Mobile. So let's make that happen. And yeah, I think they are not going to be in a good shape. All right. Supply lines are connected. The 11th is pushing through. And we just have to make sure not to overstretch here. But I think their lines are pretty much collapsing. Actually, I'm gonna get the Home Defense Force to start attacking as well. Let's see if they can manage to break through these American lines, and how successful that's going to be. Meanwhile, the tanks are breaking through on all fronts. There is not an awful lot that the Americans are able to do about it. I would love to have... Where's Osawa? I would love to have Osawa fight some more. With his carrier group. He's still repairing, but I think it's not an awful lot. Yeah, it's just Atago, and she's almost good. So I think we are going to. That can. We're going to just upgrade that and get that going there. So we're going to get carrier group 2, and given the first fleet no longer operating on the western seaboard, instead we're going to get them to operate in the Caribbean. So, and we're going to put them on strike force. So I want Osawa to move Yucatan there. So move to Yucatan and then cover the region. I did have some air wings up here, I believe. Yes. So these air wings can do naval strikes in the Caribbean. Okay. The troops in Brazil are making their way, slogging their way through the jungle, and we are starting to see some forces in and around Ecuador that are we've still got a bunch more of the mountain troops arriving, so I want these to be in place before we're going to launch anything there. Yeah, the offensive in the continental US is rolling, and we have captured the supply base in Oklahoma. Now we're just going to wait for that to get connected. I think that is actually sufficient. We're a little bit thin on. I might have to shorten this front line a little bit. Yeah, I'm going to now shorten this front line here and make sure we are concentrating. No provisional governments, and we're going to extend the 11th up to here. Okay. So let's get that reorganized. We have taken the supply hub here in Arkansas, and we have found no resistance. So we may as well attempt to cut a couple of divisions off here while we are connecting the railway lines, and we also need to push them out from here to make sure that. Let's get 2 motorized divisions onto that and another division from the south. Yep, let's get them pushed out of there. We have taken mobile, so we can now get the 2 tank divisions to push north. Actually, you know what? We're going to not push through them, but we're going to push around them and see if we can connect up north here and encircle a couple more divisions. Supply is all good. I just want to make sure that that the infantry can catch up and defeat these units here. And the 11th is making progress on all fronts, and even the home defense force is joining the fray and is starting to make their way through. How does it look in the air? We are now fighting over the Gulf Coast mostly, and we have all the we've got 10 fighter wings in the air. But they are struggling to make this happen. So do we have another airport? Not really. A bit thin on airports here in the continental US. I'm slightly disappointed. We're just having another army that's training here. And there we are. Yeah. I think the Americans are not going to be lasting. Not going to be lasting too much longer. So. Can we do another breakthrough here? We can get 1 tank division up north here, and then actually we're already connecting from Little Rock, so there's no need for you to do that. Just start pushing. Nope, not across the river. Bad idea. We're gonna just go through where we control the territory and then push through. All right. Another tank division here can help close the gap. And we almost got some troops encircled here, so that can actually mean we're going to send 1 tank division north and 1 tank division through here. Yeah, 1 north, 1 through there. That'll give us a bit of an encirclement in the south. And it looks like the east coast here is completely open. So I don't think they have anything left at the continental states. And I don't know if they have anything left in general to do anything. So just attack here and make sure that we can close that. And we're working on two more encirclements of these remaining troops, but I think I can actually let the armies handle that themselves in due time, because it looks like they're not having an awful lot. Ace pilot not having an awful lot of resistance anymore. It looks like the spirit has been broken once we've taken Hawaii. And the 4th is now actually going to start an invasion of Cuba, because we now have Osawa. And we've got naval dockyards. So, given that I don't know where my light cruisers went, I'm going to start building more of them. Maybe I'll find them at some point. But we'll start the invasion of Cuba. Brazil is happening. And my specialist troops are arriving, so I can get rid of that order. So once they have arrived, we can start invading into Ecuador. We're not going to be able to control all of South America because some of it has joined the Axis, but there will be some interesting battles fought, I believe, in the future. So we're mopping up these divisions here, and we will be mopping up those divisions here. What do the Americans have left? Yeah, I don't think they have much left. I've seen 17, 18 divisions. There's another 8 here. So they still have a fair amount of divisions, but we're actually outnumbering them, to be honest, at this point. And we're pushing on all fronts. And I think the East Coast is about to fall because they have nothing left. Their lines here are breaking. We're now approaching. What is this here? Is it Birmingham? Okay. Yeah. We'll just clean up the cauldrons here and make sure that these are sorted. We have enough for naval doctrine, so let's finish up the carrier battle groups. And yep. Unlock that, because I have Yamamoto training, that's why. And I am actually curious where's Osawa at this point? Is Osawa he's still repairing. Why are you still repairing? I told you to cancel that and start being on strike force, because I want to see. First, I want to see what's operating here in the Caribbean, and we do have some ships operating in the Western Canal Zone. So maybe we will get Osawa on that as well. Include these two. Yeah, just in case you find anything interesting that we can deal with. Southern Rockies. Oh, another air zone. Okay, we have another air zone. These fighters can operate here and air superiority. And we've got another 4 fighter wings that we can pull over to do the same thing. We've got the tactical wings, who are not particularly useful anymore where they are stationed right now. But once we are going to take the Oklahoma base, then they can assist better. Let's just clean up these 2 encirclements here. Another research done. So that's through. Let's get the. Can we actually start researching modern tanks? Yes, I believe we can. So let's do that. Let's get that going already. And yeah, that's just an encirclement that we're cleaning up here. Let's get some tanks in there to wipe that out quicker. And then I believe, yeah, they are wide open. They have nothing here. I think I'm going to let the 8th Army just run from here, because there's nothing here. They have no more defenses on the East Coast. our tanks have completely overrun them. We're just taking out the last divisions here, and then I am going to get the 8th Army to execute the order and just move ahead, because I believe at this point they have nothing left here. The amount of casualties that they've taken, where are we? United States have taken 1.8 million casualties from the Japanese. They still have a bunch of divisions operational. They're only 12% towards capitulation because we have just taken their southern parts here. But I think even our defensive troops are now making advances at this point. How are our losses looking? Yes, we have taken losses. Mostly these were probably the special forces we sent in the north. But these are losses that are sustainable. And how is our resistance looking here? Resistance, obviously, in the States is not great. Resistance targets are relatively high. But we will once we reach the 10th of May, we will get some more compliance going, and then once that's done, we will. How many troops do we have right now? 178,000. Then we will deal with these. We need 11 more to annex them. How is our Lend-Lease going? There's still more stuff coming in. So can I just send them a little bit more? Have another 100 rifles. And we will already start doing the same thing with the next one. And the next one is going to be actually Manchukuo is we can send Manchukuo to we can already annex Manchukuo probably from the construction. So Menguko is where we're going to have to do some Lend-Lease. So let's see what we can send these guys. Would you like to have 26,000 rifles? Because I don't need them. I've got more rifles than I could ever use. So Lend-Lease, Type 99 rifles, here, have them. There. How much do we need to reduce them? 1,400. Okay, so that's going to be still a little bit more, but we're also still constructing things, I believe. So once we have reached, yeah, we can actually annex Manchukuo. We just need 30 more political power. So in the next episode we will be doing that. Meanwhile, our troops are fighting their way through the continental United States. And together, the 3 armies that we've deployed here should be more than sufficient to deal with any remaining American resistance. And we're also making progress into Brazil. And I think we have sufficient amount of troops here that we can also start the invasion of Ecuador, which means we can already start justifying on, no, we cannot, because these guys are in league with the Germans. That's unfortunate. So is Venezuela. Well, we'll bypass them then. We'll take them out later. That's unfortunate because it means I need to station some armies in South America. And we've taken we've taken Havana. Okay, nice. So we can now. How many divisions are they sending? 1. Okay. But we need to break out from this, obviously. So we're going to start pushing them out from here. So 7 divisions take Guantanamo. Guantanamo Bay. Interestingly enough, Osawa does not seem to have... Where is he? Yeah, he's stocked in Yucatan, but it seems like we might need some scout forces, actually. Why are you not on patrol? We do not need you in these regions anymore at all. So let's sort that out. No. Active in fewer regions, please. Okay, this is game is struggling a little bit. Okay. one region. Which region is that? Testament C. Don't need that anymore. Okay, we need you to scout the Atlantic for me. And I would like you to be on patrol in these 3 regions, as well as the US West Coast, because I don't know if they still have any ships there, but you should have sufficient amounts of, yeah, everybody on patrol. Everybody on patrol, please. Come on. Okay, the game's struggling a little bit with the concept. Yeah. Okay, there we go. So, we've got the submarines on patrol. We are going to start sending our 6th Fleet. I believe there's no longer a need for them to operate here. So let's take these regions out. Come on. And where are they still active? North Pacific? Is that where you're still active? Okay. 0 regions. So we're going to get these to operate as well in the Caribbean, and we want you to be on convoy raiding. So we've got everybody. Subron 1 is on convoy raiding, these guys on scouting. And the very last thing, and this is really going to be the last thing I'm going to do, is I'm going to send some more destroyer escorts north there. And we're going to get the rest of these all into training. And next episode, I believe we will have to do some naval reorganization, because a lot of these things are finished training and we can start reorganizing our naval forces a little bit and orient ourselves more towards the Atlantic. But yeah, that's it for me today. Thanks everybody, and I'll see you next time. Bye bye.